believing there's still plenty of time for our unfulfilled dreams and ambitions to come true. The things we really hoped for, the right job, the perfect relationship, the happy family. But as we get older, we may become increasingly sad with the realization that these things will never come about. Their time has simply passed. This is the theme for the 10 people who've come together for the last of this series of psychodramas.
Glasses to Elsie.
One of them will use the process of psychodrama to try and come to terms with a wish which is unlikely ever to be fulfilled.
Bless you all. I don't want to go to my grave, her thinking that I don't love her.
When we're young, there's time. As we get older, we have to accept that some things will remain, perhaps, unresolved.
To find out who is in greatest need and would like to be the protagonist in today's psychodrama, Ginny Jeffries uses a frame in which each member of the group can create a personal picture relating to this theme.
What I'd like to do today is to ask you to think of a hope or a dream that has been unfulfilled, something that hasn't happened.
Psychodrama makes it possible to explore not only what happened in our lives, but also what we didn't have for ourselves.
My picture would be a family Christmas at my grandmother's house with my cousins and uncles and mother and father and sister.
By experiencing the pain, the disappointment and the anger over what we've lost forever, it is perhaps possible to come to terms with the inevitable and get on with life.
Because my mother and father aren't together. They've got their own lives, and other bits of the family are all split up as well, so my family never could get together like that because they've made other decisions for themselves, so it would never happen.
Today's protagonist is appropriately the oldest member of the group, aged 71. The picture Elsie so much wants but cannot have is of a family picnic with her grandson and her great-grandchildren, but above all with her estranged daughter.
She won't let that picture come true for you.
No, we're all up there, but not her.
Elsie, I'm not a fairy godmother, but I wonder whether we could make you the picture that you want here for a moment. Could we do that?
Yes.
Now, you said you'd like to have your daughter here. That's what you'd like.
Yeah, I would. I would very much.
With the help of the group, Ginny Jeffries begins the psychodrama by giving Elsie the experience she longs for.
Who could be your daughter?
There's nobody as naughty as she is.
There's nobody as naughty as she is. I wouldn't wish her on anybody.
I wouldn't, no.
No. But in this picture, we'll get to her naughtiness in a moment. But in this picture, she wouldn't be naughty, would she?
No, she'd be loving with us.
Yeah, this is what you want, but you can't ever have. And her naughtiness gets in the way of you having it. Is that right?
Yes.
Right. So let's just for a moment, before we get to her naughtiness, have a look at how you would like her to be. So let's choose your ideal daughter.
By enjoying for a moment the kind of daughter she would like, Elsie gains comfort from what could have been before exploring what actually went wrong.
I see, so your great-grandmother...
That's right, yes.
Not grandmother,
No,
great-granny.
That's right.
Is that amazing? A great-granny to a 14-year-old, 8-year-old,
12.
12-year-old and a...
That's right, 14, 8 and 12.
12.
And he's 33, my grandson. She's 52, my daughter.
Good grief. Is she fantastic? All right. Now, if you had the good daughter here, right, the good daughter here, what would be something you'd like the good daughter to be saying?
I'd like her to come and sit with me and so we could have a talk, because I haven't seen her for a long time. Talk about the children and discuss Stuart's new business that he started up. And we'd perhaps talk about her dad, maybe not. But she'd be with me, you know. We'd have such a lot to talk about.
You'd be companions together?
Yes, yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Let's sit you down. And I'd like you for a moment to have this dream come true. Yes?
Yes.
Because I have a sense that you think it won't.
It won't, ever.
It won't ever.
No. I know.
Right. So let's give you for a moment your dream. Can we do that?
Yes.
So, what have you got in this basket here? You've got bread pudding?
Smoked salmon, bread pudding, smoked salmon rolls, sausage rolls,
All right.
Lovely.
Okay. Well,
cakes.
have this
Come on,
picnic.
come on,
Listen,
children.
don't grab, just take them one at a time. It's good to have Gran, don't we, you know? Just take them and let's put them
You
out.
behave yourself now.
Wait.
He's always being bold.
Sorry, now.
Come
Catch
here.
all, catch all.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, Mum.
Choose one.
Any more bread pudding?
Choose none.
Cheers.
I didn't have any yet. Would you mind if I had a
Isn't it
bit
nice to have
first?
your mum here with us again?
It's great.
Yeah, it's really good.
First big, it went about and back to
Oh,
that.
it's
Yeah, I
lovely
know.
to have you.
You get
And it's
some
lovely
bread
to have you back.
What do you want now? Squash?
pudding. No, great.
Grown up nicely, yeah.
Just more squash, Dad, please.
Yeah, just a minute. You just
Oh, come on,
eat your
I
food.
finished it.
In a minute. In a minute.
Okay, great grandma.
Just calm down a bit, all right?
And
Not getting
Granny.
this wrong. Just eat your food properly, all right?
Right.
A bit of respect.
What do you feel when you look on this family of yours?
Happy.
Happy,
Yeah.
yeah? It's a good feeling.
Great.
A good bunch.
Smashing especially my boy here, my Stuart, and the kids. And my Babs.
Now, you said to us, the person that stops this happening is my daughter.
Yes, it is.
So am I right, Elsie, that your son is there for you? Your
Her
grandson
son is my
a
grandson,
son, yeah.
but I've had him nearly all his life, so
He's almost like a son, yes?
he calls me Mum.
He calls you
sometimes,
Mum.
yeah.
Right.
Please,
So
me.
your grandson is here for you,
Yes.
and your
And
grandchildren,
yes,
great-grandchildren are here for you.
yes.
But the person who is missing,
It's my only child, yes. My daughter.
and that leaves you feeling
Very sad. Because even though she's been a really, 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 really naughty girl, she's mine. And everybody says, oh, forget, I'll let her go. But on the surface I do, but in my heart I can't.
But you are hungry for her. You have a mixture of sadness and also crossness, anger.
Oh, I get very angry when I think of what she's put us all through.
Now, Florence, could you sit down there a moment on the cushion? And I'd like you to come and be your only child, your only daughter.
To help the group understand just what the trouble is between mother and daughter, the psychodrama director asks Elsie to take on the part of Babs, her daughter.
What's your name?
Well, the family name is Babs. Her name is Frances.
Right, so you're going to be
We
Frances.
call her, no, Babs. We call her
Babs.
Babs,
All
yes,
right.
yes.
So you're going to be Babs at the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah,
The daughter that won't let this picnic
Yeah.
happen.
yes.
And could you just tell the family here why you won't come to this picnic? I'm Babs.
I'm Babs, and I hate you, Mother. You're not good enough for me. I hate you because my son loves you. I hate you because you're all... I think, basically, I'm jealous of you. I don't know. But you're beyond me. You're not as good as me. You can't mix in the same company that I mix in. I don't want to know you. I can't give any other explanation.
So you're not here because you hate her so?
Yes. Yes.
What? I hear you think she's not good enough for you. Do you want a tissue?
Yes, please.
Can we have a tissue, please? Or no?
Thank you.
I hear she's not good enough for you, this mother of yours.
No, she isn't.
Close your eyes a moment. And get in touch with the feeling, Babs.
I think I hate her because my son loves her so much. I left my son with her, and they've grown up together. He loves her. They have a rapport between them that I can't possibly understand.
And you can't match?
No, I can't match it. No.
So it feels like she's stolen your son, as far as you're concerned.
Yeah, when I wanted my mother to have him, I gave him to her. And when I wanted him back, I took him. And he used to cry round her neck and say, I want my nana, I want my nana. And I said, you're not having your nana, I'm your mother, you're having me. She fetched the policeman to me one day.
Okay. Now, Elsie,
Yeah.
I heard you say that you wouldn't wish this role on anybody.
No, I wouldn't.
No. Because there's nobody here as naughty as your daughter.
That's right. I said it and I meant it.
Yeah. Would you be prepared to let somebody volunteer to play this role?
Yes, if...
Yeah. Sometimes in psychodrama, we have to take on some pretty unpleasant roles, which we've
You choose
seen.
somebody, I wouldn't like to.
Well, I'm going to ask somebody whether they feel that they could play this daughter.
To help Elsie explore and express her difficulties with her daughter, a member of the group is asked to play the part of Babs in the way Elsie sees her, as and when she's needed in the psychodrama.
Maggie's going to play Babs.
Yeah.
Right, so you don't have to look after her. She's actually volunteered to play Babs. So, it feels to me that you two have... When did you last see your daughter?
Nearly 4 years ago.
Nearly 4 years ago. We've had a lot of daughters being angry with mothers. We've had a lot of children being angry with their parents. And it's good to hear that it's a two-way process. That parents can also be disappointed and angry with their children. So, I have a sense you two need to sit down and have a good talking to. Or talking with each other.
We've tried. You know, I had to stop her coming from my house because she made me physically ill. And my grandson said if I didn't stop her, he would.
How does she make you physically ill? What does she do when she comes?
She comes in.
Show us.
She walks
Show
in,
us.
she walks-
Let's
she
make
comes
your
in.
home. So I want you to be Babs. And where's Elsie? She's sitting in her armchair, is she?
Yeah, I'll be sitting there.
Jenny Jeffries and Elsie now create a typical scene in which we're able to observe what happens when Babs and her husband visit Elsie at home. The part of Elsie and that of Babs' husband Richard are played by other members of the group.
So, your husband comes in, and all he keeps saying is, shut your mouth.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
Right.
And that's all he keeps saying.
Yeah.
Right, Babs. What brought you here? You're in
I've come to
stay in
London
roll.
to collect my mail from the mailbox.
Yeah. Good.
And we stopped and had lunch and a drink before we came here. And I just paying a duty visit to see my mother and my son, who was coming in later on from work.
Right. Okay. So, can you go and show us how you treat your mum?
Hello, Mum.
Hello, Beth. Hello, Richard. What's bringing you here, Beth?
I've just been up to collect the mail from the box. My God, look at you.
What's the matter with me?
Oh, you're obese. You're disgusting.
Oh, Babs, come on. Shut up. It's not on.
Well,
Shut your
just
mouth.
look
Shut
at
your
her.
goddamn mouth, Babs. This is rubbish.
I don't know what you're doing to yourself. You're letting yourself go. I couldn't take you back with me to meet my friends.
I'm not asking you to.
Come on, shut
Take
up.
you. Oh, you
Shut up.
You shut up.
Come on, shut your mouth up.
You go away.
Look, if you want
It's
a cup
got
of
to
tea,
do
I'll
with
put
you.
the
It's
kettle on.
my mother, not yours.
Do you want a cup of tea? I'll put the kettle on. But don't talk to me like this in my own house.
How else am I going to talk to you?
Well, be civil.
So it's your house. So what? Big deal.
Well, I know it's not like your house, but I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I can see that. Is my son coming in tonight from work?
Yes, he'll be in later on.
Good.
What do you mean, good?
I want to have a few words with him, that's why.
Well, all right. I'm not stopping you, am I? You talk to him. Fine.
You wouldn't stop me. All right, go and make me a cup of tea. I don't care.
So Mum makes the tea and time goes on and your son comes in.
Oh, hi, Mum.
Hello,
Hello,
darling.
love. Had a good day?
Yeah, lovely.
Been working hard again.
Hello, Stuart.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Hello, Mum.
Where have you been?
I've been at work all day.
Have you? Well, didn't you know your mother was sitting here? Didn't you see me when you walked in
I
the
said
door?
hello. I said
Well, you
hello.
kissed your grandmother. You didn't kiss me.
Oh.
Babs, shut your mouth, will you?
Will you shut up, you
Come on,
goddamn
this
Yankee?
is
Shut up!
bleeding rubbish, this is, Babs. Come
Oh,
on, shut
be
your mouth
quiet.
up.
Be quiet. Don't speak to me like that.
This is a
You
fine
speak to
thing.
other women like it. Don't speak to me. I won't allow it.
You've got your wish. Now he's here. Your mother wants to talk to
I'm
you.
not in front of you. I want to speak to him about something else in private, if you don't mind.
I'll go and pour the tea then.
Come in the bedroom, son. I want to talk to you.
Well, sit down on the couch here. All right. Let's imagine this is the bedroom. Okay. Mum's gone and got some tea.
Now listen. How are you getting on at work?
Fine, thank you.
When you coming up to see me?
Well, I'm very busy here. I've got the kids and I'm looking after Nan, aren't I?
She's old enough to look after herself. What are you looking after her for? old cow.
Somebody needs to look after her.
She can look after herself. Look at her. There's nothing wrong with her.
No, she needs a bit of looking out to. And I've got the kids and my job.
And I've got Richard to look after me. Some hope.
Well, you chose it. Is it?
Anyway, you look after me. Don't bother about her.
Well,
Where are the children?
the children are down the road at the moment. You don't worry about them.
Well, go and fetch them in. I want to see them.
I'm your mother. I'm their grandmother.
Yes. You forget that sometimes, don't you? You forget that I'm your mother, don't you?
Sometimes I do, yes.
You never phone me up. You never bother.
And yet you can do all these things for Gran.
You do, don't you? You love her. Just because I left you with her when you were small, she's not your mother, you know. I'm your mother.
And yet you don't treat me like a mother.
I just don't know what gets into you sometimes, Stuart. I really and truly don't. I sacrificed my life for you. I brought you up. I gave you a good education. And now look at you. You've got no time for me whatsoever.
It's very difficult to respect you, Mum, the way you carry on. It really is very difficult.
Oh, you think so,
You
do
didn't look after me all my life.
Well, who did?
Nan's done that.
That's what she tells you.
I know she has.
That's what she tells you. You don't know the half of it.
Well, maybe I don't know all of it, but I know most of it.
You think you do.
Okay, right. So we've got an idea of what's at the bottom of Bab's anger. What doesn't he know that you know? What is it that you think Gran hasn't told him, Babs?
Well, she's very wicked to me when I was a little girl.
Was she?
Yes, she was. She used to whip me, smack me. She'd go out at night and leave me. If her and Dad went out in the car for a drink, she used to leave me in the car and go in the pub. Yeah, you just don't know half.
So you're not only jealous that your son gives his love to Gran, but Gran actually takes more care of your son than she did of you. As Babs.
It would appear so, yes.
Otherwise, it sounds as if you're saying here, she's not the good person you think she is. I'm no worse than my mother. Is that what you're saying, Babs?
Yeah, I'm saying my mother's worse than me. A lot worse than me.
So I don't know why you spurn me.
No, I don't. I don't. I've always been a good mother to you.
All right. Let's do something. Let's cheat here. All right. I would like you to come and be Babs, Maggie. And I would. Do you ever listen at keyholes?
Yeah.
Let's imagine that they're in the bedroom. So let's hear you eavesdropping. Here, look. Cup your ear. Yeah. Okay. I want you to listen to this. This row that's going on in the bedroom. Okay. Give it all.
I don't know why you like her so much, Stuart. Christ almighty, you just don't know what she was like to me. I just don't know what you see in her, stupid old bag.
You don't talk about Nan like that.
Christ. If you knew what she was really like, you stupid woman. She's so soft and gentle and sweet
Mother,
all the
don't be
bloody
ridiculous.
time.
Honestly, you talk a lot of rubbish sometimes.
God,
Honestly,
you don't know
hardly
what
ever
she
here,
was
so you
like
don't
to
know.
me. You don't know what she was like to me. You don't know what I gave up for you. I did my utmost for you.
Gave up? Huh.
I
What do you
did
mean,
my
gave
utmost
up?
for you all
If
my
it hadn't
life.
been for Nan, where would the rest of the family
That was
be
just
now?
a difficult time for me. You've got no sympathy for me at all. You don't give me anything
Well, you
at
don't do
all.
anything to command any sympathy.
Jesus, it all goes
like his
to
granny
Grandma.
off. Like his
It all goes to her. You know, she just sits there smiling and it all goes to her all the time.
Well, of course, because she's loved us and cared for us.
But she still didn't care about me when I was a little girl. She used to go off and leave me. She used to leave me in the car. She didn't used to
Well, I don't
care
think-
about
I don't-
me like you care about her. God.
I don't know about that. I think that's hard to
Elsie,
believe.
Get up. Open the door
life
and go
I
in.
had.
You bloody liar! You liar! Your father and I never left you ever.
Now, look, you've
I've
got Nan all
looked
worked
after
up.
you since the
It's
day
always
you were
like
born,
this. It's
my
always like
girl.
this. You gang up on me every bloody time.
I
you're
never,
against me.
ever
You're
left you.
against
I
You
me.
be
sat in
careful
the
of
car
Nan's
with
blood
you.
pressure. Be careful.
What about my blood pressure? What about me when I was a kid and you used to leave
What
me in the
about
car?
you when you got into trouble in your teenage? Who shielded you?
That's because
Who
you
looked
didn't
after
care
you?
about me.
You're joking.
That's because you didn't love
I
me and
looked after
take care
you,
of me.
and I got you out of that trouble,
Face
and
your
I've
daughter.
cared
God,
for
you
you ever
make me
since.
sick.
Your
You
father
make me sick.
doesn't take much to make you sick, Babs. Believe
God.
you me.
I don't know.
You
Why was I
don't
given a mother
know the
like
meaning
you?
of the word truth.
I lied because I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand
stand
you.
what?
I couldn't stand the way you treated me.
Who sent you to the London School of
stand it.
Deportment? I did. Who paid for your education? I did.
Yes, because you didn't like me the way
Didn't
I
like
was.
you. I loved you.
You wanted me to be your little girl. You didn't want me to be the way I
no
was.
way. Who ran off and got married at 18 to one of the drivers, eh?
Yes, because you didn't give me anything, any love. I had
Any
to find
love?
it
Big
somewhere.
disappointment to me,
You're
Babs.
the biggest disappointment in my life. Sometimes I could kill you for the heartache you caused that boy.
Well, what about the way I feel?
Brought him to me, didn't you? Took him away
Oh, you
again
make me
when you had
sick.
no money and nowhere to go with your film men.
Stupid
I couldn't
bloody
name the men
cow.
you've had in your life
You
on my
make me
fingers and
sick.
toes, and there still wouldn't be enough.
You've got
left him
nothing.
to
You've
me.
given me nothing.
We've looked after him. We've loved him, and he loves me as well. Can you blame him? He would never phone you now if I didn't ask him
You've
to.
taken him away from
Never,
me.
never,
You
never.
didn't even
never,
let me have a chance.
Never.
You did.
If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't even phone you now. I say to him, Stuart, give your mum a ring.
turned him against
Why, Nan?
me.
Why should I? What's she ever done for me? What did you do to you? Spoiled
You
his
loved
life when
him
you
more
didn't
than
have
you
him.
loved me.
Never on your life. I
You
love him.
loved him.
I
You
love
didn't
you, but
like
look
me.
at you. You don't accept my love. You tell people I'm dead.
Face
You've had
you as
4
you are.
husbands. 3 of them have walked away, and the 4th one's on the point of walking away. Is it all our fault? Are we all wrong?
Yes.
Reverse roles.
Are we?
Reverse roles.
You're joking.
Right. Okay. Now let's bring. Sit yourself down. So you just watch this.
As Elsie's anger begins to emerge, and to get a deeper understanding of this conflict, Ginny Jeffries asks Elsie to take the part of her daughter Babs again and brings back another member of the group to stand in for Elsie.
All right? Is it all our fault? How can it be all our fault?
Yeah, you're Babs. Answer your mother. I put you in the role of your daughter.
Oh, of course it's your fault.
How? I've always done everything I could. Tell me how it can possibly be my fault.
It's not been good enough.
What?
You're not, just not good enough for me.
What do you mean,
I'm
not
mixing
good
better
enough for you?
society. Look, when I got married to Barney, you wanted to come to the wedding.
Sure,
You bought my dress. Okay,
Yes.
lovely. Good of you. Very
Yes.
good of you.
I did buy your dress. I did
know.
buy your
You
bloody dress.
You wanted to come to the wedding, and I had shake here and shake this and shake that coming. Could I let you come to my wedding?
Why
when I
couldn't
was
you
married
let
an
her
old
come?
merchant? You got to be joking.
Why wasn't I good enough for you?
Oh, go away.
Babs, don't go away. Don't tell her to go. Tell her why she wasn't good enough.
Is it the way I talk? Is it the way I look? What's the matter? Why aren't I good enough for you?
Possibly because you put on so much weight, as one thing. Another thing, you don't speak correctly.
Oh, I don't speak.
No, you don't. You don't.
I'm ashamed of you, Mother.
Yes, I am. I am really and truly ashamed of you. I introduce you as my friend because you're not good enough to be my mother.
We are ordinary people. What do you think we are? Bloody royalty?
But I don't want you to be like that. I want you to be posh.
Why?
Because I am.
But you're not.
I am. I've made myself that way.
Why?
Because this is the way I want to be.
I've moved away from you, Mother.
Yes, definitely.
I've gone on to higher things.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
not good enough for me.
That's quite right. You're not good enough for me. You're not good enough to clean my shoes. You're bad, you. If I saw you in the street, I'd die and I'd tread over you. I'd step over your body. Do you know that? So much I hate you. You're soft. You're sentimental.
I've got
stupid.
some feelings.
You're stupid.
there, Babstein.
You're stupid. That's what's the matter with you.
I've got feelings.
You've got feelings, but you haven't got any brains, have you?
If you're an example of where brains get you, I think I'll stick with my feelings. Thank you very much.
You can stick with them, and good luck. I hope you're happy with them. But you're not having my son. You think you are, but you're not. It's through you he got married.
How'd you make that one out, then?
Of course it is. You knew he was going with that girl. You could have stopped it.
They loved each other.
He could have
What a
done
load of
better
rubbish.
for himself.
Yeah, he certainly could have done better for himself. He could.
A son of mine could have aspired to
Yeah.
greater things.
Well, that's what he was taught. He was taught to look up, not to look down.
And that's
But
what
when
you
he's
could-
with you, that's the way you're like this. And, oh, yes, Stuart. I don't want to touch you anyway. I would, as I said, I wouldn't touch you if you was dying in the gutter.
Right, go back to your own role. Take a breath, Elsie. Take a breath. You sit for a moment and find your own role.
The underlying reasons for this unhappy conflict between Elsie and her daughter are unclear and will probably always remain beyond reach. But for Elsie to be able to come to terms with her situation, the psychodrama director first helps her to experience both her longing for her daughter's love and her sadness at her daughter's ways.
Just hang on a moment. When you are, what do you do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No. I don't answer back because...
What's the point?
That's right. What's the point? I know it won't lead anywhere, and she's just tore me to pieces so many times. And each time I go back for more. There's so much in her life that a mother helps a daughter with and doesn't tell anybody else. This has never come out before.
If we could collect all these things that your daughter does, let's make a collection of pillows here.
Yes.
Okay?
She lies.
She lies.
She lies. She drinks.
She drinks.
Yeah. Too much. I don't mind a drink. She drinks too much. And she cheats. She isn't honest. She's unkind. she's full of hatred. Worst of all, she tells people that I'm dead. She doesn't want to know me.
And that hurts.
The unkindness is cuttable.
She doesn't recognise me as her mother.
No, and I haven't asked for it. Honestly, I really and truly haven't. I've shielded her from her dad. I've shielded her from everybody.
I've done my best by my daughter.
I have. I really have. And I don't understand why she treats me like she does. I don't understand. And her grandson she treats badly as well. Her son she treats badly. That is why he clings to me. He's no happy memories of home with her at all, and he tells her that.
But in spite of all of this, I love her.
I do love her, yes.
And I go on and on and on, accepting all of these
Yes,
things.
hoping that one day she'll change. But she won't. Everybody tells me she won't.
What's the change you hope for?
Well, I'd like her to come and just knock on my door or ring. She doesn't even want to know my address and my new address and my phone number. She said to my grandson, what do I want that woman's address for? He said, you're talking about your mother. She said, I'm talking about that woman, your grandmother.
Okay, so your hope is that she will actually come...
Knock on the door and just
say,
hello, Mum, I love you. No, I wouldn't want anything more. And she would be good to her son.
How long have you been walking around with all of these?
Since she was 16.
Since you were 16, and she's now 53?
52, yes.
52?
Yes. I've shielded her through everything you can imagine a mother would.
So it doesn't sound very much as if she's going to change.
No.
Not in your lifetime,
No.
anyway.
No, but I don't want to go to my grave her thinking that I don't love her. I don't mind if she doesn't come, but if somehow she can find out that I do love her, and afterwards it'd be too late, wouldn't it, for her? That's one of my worries too. But I don't think she'll change afterwards. I'm sure she won't. She'll still be the girl that she is now. He just says,
All right.
you know.
Let's chuck some of these things back at her. Here.
Now, Ginny Jeffries encourages Elsie to find the rage buried beneath her sadness.
Swing it in your hand. Swing it in. Yeah, swing it in your hand.
I'd like to hit her with it.
Right, you'd like to hit her with
Yeah, I
it.
would.
All right. Stuart,
In psychodrama, this moment of release is important and is intended to help Elsie find some resolution to her anguish.
He's the best boy in the whole world.
you want to hit her with it. This is how she treats her grandchildren. Sally, turn your back.
In real life, this would not be appropriate. But in psychodrama, Elsie can give vent to her anger without harming anyone.
Okay? And then chuck it. And then go and get to the next problem.
Yes, do you remember when you were at the airport with some bloody director and you were blind drunk and you threw your bowl of soup over my Stuart in the restaurant and took your shoe off and hit him with your high heels?
You're not a very good mother.
No, you're not. You're a damn rotten mother. You've never been a mother. You never should have had him. You didn't want him. You've left him with me because you couldn't be bothered with him. And now you're jealous because he loves me. I can't help it. I love him. Don't know, you bitch, you wicked little bitch.
This is for denying
For the
denying my existence,
Yes.
telling everybody that I'm dead.
This is for introducing me as your friend to your third husband and saying, this is Elsie, my friend. Taking my money, eating my food, bringing him to my house, and I'm sitting in the kitchen like Fulton's. How dare you do these things to me? You've caused me more sleepless nights and heartache than anybody ever know. Your dad used to put his hand out and hold my hand in the middle of the night because he knew I was awake. Say, don't worry, darling, don't worry. Oh.
Say
These are cheats. This is for cheating.
That's for cheating. That's what you did to the post office when Dad got you a good job there. You bitch.
That's for lying.
This is for the lies and the deceit. The way you treat Richard and the way you've lied about your past and who you are. You're nobody. I'm sorry, Babs, but that is what you are.
This is for letting me down.
I can't give him any more, honey.
You can't give him any
I'd
more.
like to throw the whole lot at her.
All right, well, you are then. Yeah. Right, come over here. Okay? Right, throw the whole lot.
That's for me. That's for Richard. That's for Stuart. That's for your dad who's dead. Now 2 more for me, you little bitch, bitch, bitch!
Having spent her fury, Elsie is now ready to begin the process of coming to terms with the fact that she is unlikely ever to make peace with her daughter.
I'm never going to worry about her anymore. I'm going to accept the love that I have. I'm going to forget about her.
Tell her. Take the cushion down. Don't argue. Tell her.
I'm sorry. I had to stop you coming because you used to make me feel ill. I was ill. And I still worry about you, even though I said I didn't want to see you. Didn't mean I didn't want to hear how you were or a phone call. And I'm going to learn to accept the love. My grandson, his 3 children, God bless them, and my friends give me, and to be content with that. I don't mind anymore what you do or where you go, and I don't want you at my funeral. It's all been arranged that you shouldn't be there. Okay? I'm sorry.
What happened to this love that you said you had for her? Do you want to give it to her? Do you not really have it? You said,
She's killed it, I think.
She's killed it.
I think she's killed it. Mm.
This was yours. Oh, this was yours.
This was for you. You remember I've given you more than my heart. You've broken it up. As I told you before, your dad's almost his last words to me were, she'll break your heart, darling. And he was right. I'd never wanted to have to say that. I can't give it to you now. It's broken.
So, time to say goodbye to her.
Yeah.
We are never going to be the mother and daughter that I'd hoped we might be before my dad.
Never. No. I'm sorry. Never, ever, ever. I'm sorry to have to say it. In my heart, I feel I shouldn't be saying it, but I am saying it because I know it's true. I'm doing what I've been told to do for the last, I don't know how many years. Break away. Forget you. Not cry and make myself feel worrying if you're all right. They say she's not worrying over you, and I think, well, perhaps she is, but I know you're not.
So I've
If you were, you well, the last Christmas I saw you. Do you remember what you gave me for a Christmas present, Babs? 1 bloody Christmas cracker. You took it out the box, made a great show in front of Stuart and your husband, said, there's your present, Mother. And I felt like telling you what you could do with it.
All right, Elsie.
But I didn't.
You've made a decision here.
Yes, I have.
It's goodbye.
Goodbye. No? It is goodbye.
You've got a lot of love here.
Yeah, I have. I have. But I know where to put it. I know who to give it to.
Right.
Yeah. The one who gives me all the love in the world.
Stuart, can we have you here, please? All right. Okay. Come here, we've got it.
Stuart, this is for you, darling. You know you've got my heart. Thank you for all you've done for me. Thank you for being the man that you are. Thank you for all the manly things you did when Grandad died for me. I couldn't do. And you were only a lad, 21, remember? You've always been my man. My little man when you were born. And you, by God, you're a good man now. You're the best in the whole wide world, and your kids are lovely. So take that, treasure it.
Could we go back to the picnic with those members of your family that do love you? Yes?
Yes.
Stop, he gets so hungry, he nearly ate to us. Did you see that?
Fine.
Thanks
Cheers.
for bringing us. Cheers, love. God bless.
It's your fault, that was.
Hey, Charles,
Kima,
stop it.
Kima.
You okay?
Come on, you're teasing him. You come over here. Come on.
As the psychodrama comes to its end, Ginny Jeffries takes Elsie back to the picnic where her story began, to experience this family occasion once more, but this time without her daughter Babs.
Hey, come on. Charles did have a good game of football last week, actually.
Did he?
Yeah. We went
Oh, well, I
down.
think he'd probably be good
We went down and
footballer.
looked, didn't we, James?
But for the psychodrama director, it is important to make one last attempt to see if any reconciliation between Elsie and her daughter might still be possible.
Just freeze this situation. How are you feeling?
Happy.
Happy?
Yeah.
Yeah? You look happy.
I am.
Big smile on your face. What makes you happy here?
Because I'm with these. They're coming next week to stay with me anyway for good. For a month. Will you?
Yep.
Okay. Just hold us there. I want to ask you, perhaps. What do you feel, if you could see?
Sick.
You feel sick?
Mm.
What makes you feel sick?
If I was never part of it, and I'm not part of it anymore. I don't exist.
You don't exist. Somehow she has it all.
She's taken everything.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Right. I want to ask you a question. Do you in any way feel guilty?
No. No, I don't.
Not at all.
No.
All right. I just wanted to ask you.
No, I don't. No, because it's here. If she wanted it, it was here for her.
Do you in any way feel responsible for the way your daughter has chosen to live her life?
No. No, I don't. No, definitely not. No, I don't. Honestly, I don't.
I'm not trying to make you feel guilty. I'm not trying to make you feel responsible, but I just want to check these questions out.
No, I don't feel it. Not guilty one little bit.
Okay.
Sad, but not guilty.
And not responsible.
No.
I'd like Maggie to start the sharing. And I'm going to ask her to share from the role. Because sometimes people can give us some useful information from the role they play and what it felt to play the role. She's not going to intellectualize. She's going to try not to intellectualize. She's just going to try and share with you what you got in touch with in the role of Babs.
Yeah. It's pretty horrible. I felt that there were things there that are very hard to understand by anybody. That things that are too big for both of us. You know,
True.
that she couldn't see how you were feeling and you couldn't see how she was feeling. She must be gripped by a lot of pain herself to do that. I wanted to hurt you. Get my own back.
Pay you back.
I wanted to get at something. I wanted to there was something I couldn't reach, and you always behaved in the same way. And it made me feel worse, and then I would be worse, and worse, and worse, and worse, and worse, and worse, because that's how I was. I always did dreadful things, the wrong things. I always caused the upset. But I think that you would possibly maybe wanted to have done some of the things that she did.
All right. Let other people do some sharing.
While I was being your great-granddaughter, I found myself looking over this happy circle at this sad woman standing outside. Not wanting to, just feeling as a child would feel. Why is she out there when we're having so much fun in here? And not being able to understand it.
How does that relate to you?
I think I feel a lot of the time I've been the person standing outside the circle.
Tell Elsie.
I've been the person standing outside the circle who looks as though she doesn't care. Let them get on with it, you know. But I know how I felt inside. That I wanted to be there too. But it seemed like too big a step. To take the risk. To break into that circle. In case people laughed at me or rejected me.
Just remember, your sharing is from yourself.
Your story reminded me of very much of my relationship with my parents. And I know that both of them love me very much. And I feel that love. It's very difficult for me to accept it in the way that they offer it. For two reasons, I think. One is because I think way back they actually separated twice in my childhood. So it made me feel, still to this day, and I'm 33, the same age as Stuart, still to this day, it doesn't feel sometimes real because they left and came back and left. And so as a child I was experiencing that coming and going. And now, even now, 33 years on, the love is actually almost at times too great to accept. And that's something which sometimes is difficult for me, to accept the love in the way that they want to give and not to be overwhelmed by it.
Thank you, Jordan.
Watching that just made me feel what an incredibly strong person you are. And I felt that strength in me. It made me feel really good to see you change in that manner during a drama like that. Also made me think about my parents, that however much they think maybe I'm not doing the right thing, I haven't got a proper job, someone's girlfriend's pregnant, we're not married, all those things which have to be got over and everything else, and however much I criticise them for the way they've been to me, makes me realise that all that matters is that I love them and they love me. As long as we can recognise that, all the rest can happen, the anger and everything else, but sod it all, we know it, so if we can tell each other that, that's all that matters, and you made me realise that today.
Good. Good.